I would have wanted to pay my respects to Dandy. I wouldn't be welcome there. I would be a negative element there. And also, it wouldn't be wise. The Word of God says that a wise man sees harm and he moves away from it, much less a funeral that I am not welcome at. I'm not welcome there. And the reason is because I've said some things that I feel are truthful, according to me.
I think Mwewa, you should grow up this year. Mwewa posted Dunda hate. Any Zambian, any normal person knew that he was talking about Dandy Crazy. You can't be that inhuman and try to justify and say, no, traffic offenses, drinking and driving. And then now you want to come out like, you want to be part of this funeral. I think, and I'm going to be honest, the family should not allow that man to come and blog at Dandy Crazy's funeral. They should not allow him to come and attend that funeral.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, then please do so by tapping on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be notified about it. Remember to always give my videos a thumbs up if you like my content, and be part of the commented squad by sharing your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now today we'll come you to a story that has sparked outrage and controversy in Zambia. Well-known blogger Simon Mwewa, we all know him, who has found himself in hot water after posting insensitive comments following the tragic accident that claimed the lives of popular artist Dandy Crazy and 4 others. Now, I have been checking out his Facebook page and I've seen a lot of statements which are similar. Now, as news of the accident broke, Simon took to his Facebook page to share this statement that many deemed tone deaf and heartless. His words, "You Dunderhead artists don't drink and drive, Mozafa," meaning you get unalive, sparked widespread anger and condemnation. Now, I don't know if this was a coincidence or I don't know what this was, but despite the backlash, Simon doubled down on his comments, claiming he was simply spreading awareness about the dangers of drunk driving and whatnot. However, many have felt his timing couldn't have been more wrong. Now, the fallout has been intense, with many calling for him to attend Dandy Crazy's funeral. Now, we all know that this is a threat. They are daring him to go to the funeral. And it's good that he sensed that this is a threat, because if he dared to go to that funeral, oh my, we don't know what would have become of him. But it's good that he knows that he's not welcome at that funeral. So with that said, let's take a look at what Chela Tukuta had to say about his comments. And after that, we take a look at Simon Mwewa's video where he explains the reason why he's not going to attend Dandy Crazy's funeral.
First of all, it is very sad to have lost Dandy Crazy. Dandy Crazy was one person that was an interesting character. I want to speak really about Mwewa's hypocrisy. He posts a video when he pranked Dandy Crazy back in the day. And that post, yes, Mwewa posted Dunda hate. Like any Zambian, any normal person knew that he was talking about Dandy Crazy. We all know that's what he was talking about. I mean, what a coincidence. I mean, and he was particular Dunda hate artists. This is a person you claim you pranked. This is a person you claim you had a relationship with. And then you could be that insensitive when a person was in such a situation. For me, I see that as hypocrisy. Yes, we do certain things for social media numbers, social media attentions and stuff like that. But there has to be a time when we have to realize to say this, even if someone was drinking, was driving, nobody wishes anyone to. And we all know that the truck driver was in the wrong. We need to be sensitive, especially in cases like that. You can't be that inhuman and try to justify and say, no, traffic offenses, drinking and driving, what. And then now you want to come out like you want to be part of this funeral. I think, and I'm going to be honest, The family should not allow that man to come and block at Dandy Crazy's funeral. They should not allow him. They should not allow him to come and attend that funeral. Because, I mean, we know he did not cause, but it's the timing of a certain comment. The timing. You know, it's the timing. What we're talking at is the timing. At this moment, at this time, at such a time when someone was critically ill like that, someone is in a critical condition, then you can go and issue such an insensitive comment. I think Mwewa, you should grow up this year.
I wouldn't be welcome there. I would be a negative element there. And also, it wouldn't be wise. The Word of God says that a wise man sees harm and he moves away from it. He shields himself from it. You don't run to harm, you run from it. But, I mean, if I got up right now and I said, you know, I'm going to be brave and I'm going to go to the funeral, that wouldn't be wise. Because there are young people there now. I mean, you saw the video yesterday when Rough Kid, is it Rough Kid? Tell me in the comments. I can't even see your comments. There's this young man, I don't know who he is. I think he's called Rough Kid or sorry, not Rough Kid, Y Celeb. Whoever the hell that is, I don't know these kids. Y Celeb shows up at the funeral house, and I mean, that type of youth activity is not something that I would want to throw myself in, because that type of youth would descend on me, because you know those kids are high, you know, they're drunk, they're taking all types of methamphetamines, and they're angry, and all it takes at a place like that, all it takes is someone to say, and then those kids would just and they wouldn't even think twice about descending on me. They would do it within a heartbeat. They would beat me within an inch of my life, and they would walk away very pleased that they had done that. And unfortunately, in the current climate that we're in, because people have misunderstood me, there are many of you that would be very happy if that happened. I mean, you would be so gleeful if you heard that, oh, Mwewa na bamutulerizo. Ngachia kui, yo achia kuchiro, so filia chia bamutulerizo. Ichipampamina. That's why he's very stubborn. So those are the comments that would come out. And really, when I read your comments, when you say to me, no, we are waiting for you, that's what you're peddling. You want me to buy into this falsity that, no, if we are brave. Honey, I'm 55 years old. You cannot manipulate me into doing that. I'm not a 19-year-old boy that's succumbing to peer pressure. That is stuff that you do in secondary school. Honey, I'm a man regardless. Whether I go, I don't go, I stay, I'm a man. My gender has nothing to do with my ability to show up at a funeral, and much less a funeral that I am not welcome at. I'm not welcome there, and the reason is because I've said some things that I feel are truthful, according to me, and unfortunately in Zambia we don't like facing the truth. We don't like that. We don't like dealing with the issue that this country is grappling with, drunk driving and people dying because of it. So to answer your question, I will not be going to I would have wanted to. You know, I'm going to say I would have loved to, but that's the wrong word. I would have wanted to pay my respects to Dandy, because as many of you, some of you, not all of you, some of you know that Dandy was, every time I spoke to him, I never met him physically. I only engaged with him on the phone. I think I spoke to him maybe 2 or 3 times. You know, the first time I pranked him, and the second time I called him to, you know, just see if we can get together, and for some reason we couldn't do it, you know. But every time I spoke to Dandy, he was very jovial. He was, and he was so funny. Dandy Crazy was one of the funniest guys I've ever heard. Hilarious, you know. And it's just that my comments bruised a lot of people, and unfortunately, a lot of guys have taken a political sort of stance. My comment now has turned political because there are a lot of PF guys who would love to see me at Dandy Crazy's funeral so that they can met out violence against me because they consider me to be anti-them. And so they would love to use this situation and use this as an excuse to met out violence against me. But, I'm not going to do that. I would never go to a place that I'm not welcome.